From the author of Spinsterella, the strange and unusual romance and spellbound, a darker shade of black comes the legendary Matilda. Pick up the conclusions of the Spinsterella trilogy in paperback and e-readers this Halloween. It seems like every time there's some sort of nonsense or foolishness going on in the black community, there is a group of Afro-American Negro females there to co-sign it, sponsor it, and support it. And the recent form of buffoonery that most of these Negro females are going along with is this For the D challenge. And in this For the D challenge, we have many of these Afro-American Negro females talking about what they would do for sex in a variety of numerous videos posted on social media. And what these Afro-American Negro females don't see is what they're doing to their own image. And what they're doing to their own image is breathing brand new life into the old stereotype of the black Jezebel. Because them sitting there on a video camera talking about what they would do for some penis is basically telling the world that they're nothing but a prostitute out here, and that they can be gotten for whatever they're talking about regarding these For the D challenge. And this is the sad thing with your Afro-American Negro female. She does not see how she is degrading her own image and disrespecting herself by making these numerous videos talking about For the D. And when she talks about this For the D, she's really just showing the world how low her self-esteem is, how low her self-worth is, and how she will do anything to get attention because she has no understanding of what positive attention is and negative attention is. So she'll do anything to get attention because that's all she wants is attention. And her behavior in these For the D challenge is no different than these twerk videos that many of these Afro-American Negro females make, where they make everything about their behind because they don't want to show their face to the world because they're ashamed of people seeing their face and seeing how little this female values herself. Now, when it comes down to many males out here who see the behavior that these females participate in by making these degrading videos, when it comes down to the males who call it out, oftentimes those males wind up getting their videos flagged. And it's really sad to see that men who truly care about black women and many who have daughters are going out here trying to say something regarding this disgusting behavior. And instead of people praising these men for standing up for black females, these black females then go out of their way to try to get these men censored. And those men are acting in the best interest of these black females because these females who are going out here making these type of videos have no understanding of how they are degrading themselves and how they are tarnishing the image of your Afro-American woman. Because all these For the D videos show me what happens when there are no fathers in the home and there are no men in the community to show these females what a man is and how a man conducts himself in his interactions with women. Because when there is a man in the home, women are not looking for attention like this. Women are not out here acting like this and making these types of videos because they are getting their emotional needs met by the one man in their life who is the most important man in their life next to God, which is their father. And when I look at all these females out here participating in these For the D videos and thinking it's funny, they show me how sad they are and how sad their situation is because there is no father in the home to sit there and talk to them and share with them and meet their emotional needs. Because if these girls were getting their emotional needs met, they would not be talking about For the D. They'd be focusing on things like the SAT and focusing on what type of school they want to go to once they finish high school or what type of career they want to pursue when they finish college. Girls who have been getting their emotional needs met by their father and are being taken care of by their father, they're not making videos talking about For the D. And boys who have been raised in a household with a father wouldn't be talking about For the P, which is the new videos that they're coming out with and showing us all, again, the clear dysfunction that comes when children are raised in these single mother households, because both the daughter and the sons who make these For the D and For the P videos, these are clearly black males and females who come from single mother households. And because they come from single mother households, they do not understand how a man or a woman acts, and they have no understanding of how to behave and conduct themselves on a place like social media, and how their behavior on social media reflects on them. Because if there was a real father in the home, he would be sitting down and telling them, that they're degrading their own image, and they're degrading themselves by going out here and making these kinds of videos. Because a man who really cares, he's going to sit down and say something about this, because this type of behavior is not what a young lady or a young man of character does when they're online. This is not the type of behavior they participate in, and this is not how they present themselves online. But when it comes down to your Afro-American Negro female, she has low self-esteem, no self-worth, no intangibles such as dignity, self-respect, or self-worth. So she'll go out here and present herself in this type of social media, talking about all sorts of perverted, sexually deviant things like For the D, and having her males, her sons, talk about For the P, because they don't understand what it means to be a man or a woman in society and have a moral position. When I look at these types of videos, they show me how low the moral position is in the Afro-American Negro community, and they show me why the race can't rise any higher, because the females go along with all sorts of degeneracy, all sorts of debauchery, and they give it a pass instead of trying to raise things up to a higher standard. Instead of a For the D challenge or For the P challenge, how about we have a reading challenge? How about kids talk about all the books that they read, or talk about all the things that they have studied? How about we have an education challenge on the social media? How about kids try to show how smart they are and do things showing that they can make some sort of constructive action? I remember a couple of years ago I came out and made a video talking about the Black Group Economics Challenge. I find it interesting that that video only got 50 views, and it showed me the priorities of many of these Afro-American Negroes, especially these Afro-American Negro women. Many of these people talk about building the black community, but when it's time to take action, there's none of them to be found. They can sit there and make ignorant videos talking about For the D and For the P, but they won't do anything constructive in the black community, like participating in a Black Group Economics Challenge. These same people will pour a bucket of ice water on their head, but won't go to a black-owned business, which shows me, again, how dysfunctional many of these Afro-American Negroes are, and how dysfunctional their ideas are regarding their own community. They'll sit there with a smartphone talking about For the D and For the P, but don't even know where the black-owned businesses are in their own community, and won't make any efforts to go support them. They won't talk about building their own community because they're out here thinking about trying to get on World Star Hip Hop and presenting an image of themselves as a minstrel, instead of trying to make themselves into the next moguls of the 21st century. And that's what's really sad about many of these Afro-American Negroes out here, is that whatever stupid, idiotic idea that somebody proposes online, they're right there to go do it, like lighting themselves on fire or doing a twerk video. And whenever a black man comes along and tries to call this behavior out, they have him flagged, have his channels removed, and then try to silence him when he's the one out here trying to talk about what is constructive for his community. And what's sad is black folks show by their actions and their behavior, they don't want anything constructive, they just want to be destructive. If you'd like to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon by clicking the link in the description box. And if you want to read some of my SJS Direct publications, you may do so by clicking the link to Amazon.com. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.